Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sunday Afternoon DOOGER. Let me know if the music is too loud or anything like that. Hi, guys. Meet Space DOOGER time. How are you guys doing? Hello. We do live on a farm. Yeah, we bought a farm in England. Oh my gosh, you're right. It's June now. Happy Pride Month, everybody. Happy Pride, guys. The days are blurring together. We have a dog now. What are days? Yeah, we've got a puppy, which I was so anxious about. And has actually gradually upped in difficulty in a way that has been very accessible for me. So thank goodness. The first day she was very spooked, but very sweet. Second day she mostly slept. I was like, okay. Today's the first day that she's wanted to like play and run around, really. She did a little bit of playing, but like today's the first day where she's been like, guys, I know you're not going to kill me now. Let's play. let's do this shit, right? So yeah, it's been very fun. Today's really hot, so we've got a giant fan on her and ice in her water. Poor girl. Yeah, she's a Samoyed. She's a little cloud. She's so cute. Sherlock keeps sneaking past the barrier, and so far, their interactions have been extremely cordial. He just wants her food. Really, no one will be shocked about that. He just desperately wants to eat her food. So they've had a lot of like just sniffs at each other. The most aggressive that it's gotten is she tried to like, she went from we're sniffing each other to do you want to play with me really quickly. So they were just sniffing and I was like, okay, I need to make sure that I remove Sherlock before it gets to, before he's like, holy shit, what is this thing, right? But I was letting them just sniff because I was like, that's good. That's fantastic. And she immediately tried to like jump on him. And he like swatted at her face. No claws, just swatted at her, hissed, and then left the room. And actually, like as much as I would have preferred that didn't happen, ever since then, if the cats and Peachy are like sniffing at each other like through the baby gate or anything like that, she's much more careful with them. She's not trying to play with them at all. They sniff and then she's the one who walks away. And I'm like, that's perfect. Honestly, that's perfect because I don't want the cats feeling aggressed, So if the cats are the ones that have the power in the house right now, right? So if they feel like she's gonna generally leave them alone, or let them take the steps to like interaction more, they'll feel a lot safer about the situation. We've been trying to do a lot of like, we play with the dog and then go play with the cats and then go play with the dog. So they're like sniffing each other on us kind of a thing. But yeah, it was a very, Sherlock's pretty gentle. It was a pretty gentle boundary that he made with her. And she was like, got it. I'm a baby. I don't want to get swatted again. I don't know what hissing is, but it was scary, right? So she's like, okay, don't mess with those. Whatever those are, don't mess with them. Got it? Yeah, Clarky loves her. Anybody who has had a little kid with a dog, with like a puppy specifically, has probably run into the issue where kids, little kids don't have a whole lot of impulse control. Clark's obsessed with her, which means it's really hard for her to leave Peach alone. She's been really good about it today, but the first couple of days, it was a lot of us being like, honey, let her sleep. Honey, leave her alone. Honey, let her walk around. Let her sniff. Back up. Let her come to you, right? Yeah. Very, very normal stuff. And at one point, Sam said that he was doing the whole, like, you have to leave her alone. She's not a toy. She's a living thing. She needs to sleep. You have to let her sleep. And Clark started crying and was like, but I just love her so much. And he was like, okay, if you love her, that's great. If you love her, you've got to learn how to do what's best for her, right? And she's new here and she needs to sleep. She's a baby. She's got to sleep, I know. So, the rest of the day was fine. And today she's been doing great. It's been like, okay, Peach is sleeping, so I'm going to play Animal Crossing, right? Like she's got set activities that are like, I can still be near the dog while the dog is sleeping, but I have an activity that I can do to occupy myself so I don't just stare at the dog, Yes, oh my God, that's the other thing. Peach has drawn blood twice, and both times have been on Clark. And Clark wasn't doing anything any differently from us. It was like, I'm here, I'm playing with you with a toy. If you move on from the toy to my body, I will remind you of the toy, right? I will give the toy to you. Clark's been really good about that because we talked about that a lot before even getting the dog. It was like, so if she's chewing on clothes, what do we do? Give her one of her toys. If she tries to chew on us, what do we do? Give her one of her toys, right? Just gently redirect, and eventually she'll get it, right? Like, I don't bite these things. I bite, these are the things that are okay to bite. These are the things that are not okay to bite, right? And unfortunately, 2 times now has bit at Clark, and both times bit too hard. And Clark was like, I don't want to play with her right now. I was like, that's fine. You don't have to play with her, honey. It's totally fine. Puppy teeth are very sharp. Yes, very sharp. So, yeah. So it's okay. We're learning, But, no accidents. Sam said there was one tiny accident the very first night in his office because he didn't pick up on the cue when she was like walking around in circles sniffing. He didn't pick up on like, oh, she's trying to pee somewhere. And he admitted that. He was like, it was my fault. I should have been paying better attention. I should have realized what she was doing, But aside from that, no issues. No issues whatsoever. We've had a general rule of like every half an hour to an hour, we always take her out. We have a timer constantly going. If she's asleep, then we say, okay, the second she wakes up, we'll take her out. It's been great. Clark's really good about remembering like to give her enough time to pee twice if she needs to pee twice. So it's been great. Honestly, it's been no problem. We've been trying to, she loves the crate. Basically didn't need to do anything about that. Just put all of the stuff that, smelled like her and are her things, put them all in the crate, and she just wants to hang out in the crate all the time, which is great. There was a point where she obviously like needed to settle down and sleep. Like she had played so much, but was like having a really hard time, like, and so I was like, I'm going to just try putting her in the crate and zipping it up, and we'll do a different thing. And, we'll like be really calm and quiet, and we'll see if she can settle herself down. And she did. She was in there for a second and whined like a tiny bit, and then was like, fuck it. And just like curled up in a ball and went to sleep. So she's great. She's great. I'm very happy. Yeah, my father-in-law keeps calling her my new best friend. Because if it's too like wet or cold or whatever outside, Clark, for whatever reason, loves picking up the poops. She was really grossed out by it at first, and now it's become a badge of honor. Like, I can pick up the poops myself. I'm responsible. I can pick up the poops, right? But if it's been like cold or wet or whatever, I've been like, it's fine. I'll take her out. Don't worry about it. And so I've been spending so much time just sitting outside in a jacket, just watching Peach. My father-in-law was like, how are you and your new best friend doing? Oh, that's a good tip. Like Jeannie said, when Jeannie was a puppy, she tried to bite the Ethernet cable a couple of times. So we put a tiny bit of Tabasco on a piece of tape that was on it, and boom, no more biting. I've been wondering what to do if she takes a liking to cords, because we've never dealt with that with the cats. The cats have never ever wanted to bite a cord before, and I realize how blessed we are with that. They've never even tried. But I kept thinking to myself, like, she's spending all this time in Sam's office. She's going to be spending time in my office too, but with like a playpen, because I can't see that side of the room. So it's not like I can keep an eye on her no matter where she is. So I need to like contain her. But in Sam's office, obviously, like on the other side of his desk are so many cords. And I keep thinking, man, I really hope that she's never like, I wonder what those feel like on my teeth. Mine either. They also don't eat plants. Incredible luck. That is insane luck. Sherlock will try to eat every plant. Every plant. Whenever people are like, yeah, I mean, I know that like this, that, and the other aren't good for cats, but like my cats don't mess with plants anyway. Or I know that if I put them, you know, a little high up, they're not going to bother. Not in this house. I have to be so vigilant about what we bring in the house, because he will try to eat it no matter what. He will climb every mountain to be like, what does that taste like? My cats think every plant is a new buffet. Seriously. Yeah, it's annoying. But, you know, what can you do? What can you do? Unfortunately, really nice looking fake plants are so expensive. Why are they so expensive? Oh, good. The server's really revving. The server's revving up, dude. I'm really hoping that once I can swap back to the Shure microphone, because it's more directional, I'm really hoping that once I swap to the Shure microphone, we aren't going to have an issue with hearing this anymore. I'm waiting on the sound mixer. But once the sound mixer shows up and I can use the Shure microphone again, I think life will be different. I hope, please. We got a second rabbit recently. He's still a baby. I came home from work the other day to my other half screaming, I will put you in a pie if you keep eating my books. Oh my goodness. I can't hear it at all. I don't really hear it. People always mention it on Geekenders. And Jesse can always hear it when he's editing. So I just feel bad. I just want it fixed. I hoped so much that once we gave it its own personal house box, that it would be like, wow, wow, this is nice, you know, but it hasn't. It's never happy. The lo-fi covers it. You know what? We might be onto something here. I've also got my window wide open and there are tractors all over the place outside. It's a beautiful day, so everybody's like, you know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get out the tiller. My father-in-law instantly, shirt off, mower out. I was like, what needs mowing? It's a beautiful day. She's not named Morningstar, no. She's named Peach. I've taken to calling her Peachy Girl. I call her Peachy Girl pretty much constantly. Sam calls her Peachy. Sam is so cute with her. Sam is built to be a dog dad. I have never seen, like, the way that he interacts with her is so cute. It's so cute. Like, he's always making sure he knows where she is. And, like, I don't know. It's just very, very cute. I was really hoping for Chris. My PC tower is in a box with 3-inch clearance on every side. It has sound dampening foam on the inside. Man, it game changed. It sounded like my day job. It was also how I gamed before then. I cannot recommend enough. So the thing that we have, like, around it, because it still needs air, right? Obviously. But the thing that we have around it is soundproofing. It's a soundproofing box. So I'm like... I don't know, dude. Yeah, server's like, actually, I am the most important person in the room. Caring dog dad, toxic league streamer. Yeah. Yeah, we were talking about it, and I think maybe some of the anxiety of coming to a new house might have been lessened because somebody's always awake. There's always somebody awake with her, you know? So she hasn't had an opportunity to be lonely, which you might think is a bad thing. But that's one of the reasons that we've been trying to occasionally be like, okay, and now she's in the crate, so we're just gonna zip it up and we're gonna walk out of the room for a bit, or we're gonna zip it up while she's taking a nap and then not make a big deal about unzipping it, you know, just like get her used to sometimes you're gonna be in the crate by yourself, and we can do that in small increments and then bigger increments, you know. He gets all the toxicity out in League. Yeah, I did worry about, again, because like she needs to be taken out so routinely to make sure she doesn't have an accident. I did worry about him playing League and watching the dog. But I guess it's been fine. It's apparently been totally fine. He's been, you know, just like whatever it is that he's doing at certain times, he just stops and plays with her for a while. Yeah, she's got a lot of toys. We are trying not to overwhelm her with toys, so she's got like a couple rope toys because she likes the tug. So she's got a couple rope toys. She's got a stuffed toy that she really liked at the last house she was at, and they just sent it home with us, which was great. And then one of Clark's stuffed toys has like crinkles. It's an octopus and it's got little crinkles in the arms. So Clark gave that to her because she was like, oh, it makes good sounds. She'll probably like that. And she does. She loves it. And then she's got a couple like hard toys for chewing, but her mouth isn't that big yet. So some of these harder toys, she can't comfortably like get her mouth around them yet, really. So be right back watching this clip. Yeah, she's very cute. She's a cutie boy. He was very alert and chat helped a bit. Yeah. He said he was going to bring her in at like 5 a.m. today. So that she could have like an hour, because I normally get up around 6. So she could have like an hour where she was just alone in the crate, just to sort of like get used to that feeling, you know. And I woke up at 6 and I was like, where is my husband and my pooper? And Sam was like, I'm sorry, I like played with her a ton and she fell asleep and I didn't want to move her. Like, that's okay. That's very cute. Yeah. And good side effect. We were outside so much today. We've been outside so much the last couple of days because we're having to take her out so frequently. But like, it's been a lot of like, I mean, if I'm going to be outside for 10 minutes anyway, maybe I'll do this really quick, you know, sort of stuff. Like, Clark just came out and sat outside for a while. We've just been spending a ton of time outside because Peach needs to be outside. And I've been like, that's a pretty good side effect, right? I mean, like I was saying, so, I'm the way that it's gonna time out, I think, is she's gonna be in a little playpen on while I'm streaming. So every hour-ish, I'll be taking her outside to pee. And then when Sam gets up a couple hours into our stream, then he'll take over. But obviously I've a tube now. So a couple of people have asked for puppy cam, but Sam already has puppy cam on his stream if you know, if he sets that up. So yeah, I figure I wasn't gonna bother with a puppy cam, to be honest. I know, poor baby. Yeah, we're gonna need to make sure that we have lots of ways to help her with the heat, because she's gonna be growing as we get these summer heat waves, probably. But so far, oh, well, I mean, we have a portable AC unit that we've had since we moved here, basically. My cats have my AC. I feel that. Yeah. We got it for Clark. And now I feel like it's going to be for Clark slash Peach. I haven't felt a cool breeze in 4 years. Cooling pads. I've had that recommended to us. Yeah, cooling pads have been a big thing. It's interesting because apparently, I don't know if this is the case for all dogs with big coats. I assume not. But for Samoyeds, the coats help protect it. Also, like, help protect against the heat for them in like a weird way. So you never want to cut their coat, really, or like get rid of a bunch of their hair. Because it helps with both. It's like an adobe house, but a dog. So yeah, we just need, we need to have fans. We need to have ice in the water. Just lots of ways for her to like actively decide what she needs. Yeah, we're brushing her every day. She's tiny now, but we figure it's good to get that into the normal routine. So we brush her every night. We were talking with somebody who has like 2 adult Samoyed, and he was like, yeah, my wife was in the hospital at one point, and I couldn't brush them for a week. And when I came home from a visit to the hospital, and I was like, okay, I really need to like sit down and brush these dogs. He was like, it was carnage. It was 4 bags full of hair. I was like, oh my God. No wonder there are people who are like, I turned my Samoyed's hair into yarn. Because eventually you're like, surely there's something I can do with this. Like, what? Like, this is outlandish. Particularly with thick, light-colored fur, when it sits away from the skin, it stops them absorbing heat from the sunlight. That's cool, isn't it? That's really neat. I think, unless, you knew the science there, you would assume that a huge coat would have no benefit in the heat. Thankfully, you have extra peeps around if necessary. That is so true. That's so true. Sam's mom, like, her true joy, the thing that fully just like helps her brain is hanging out in her greenhouse and doing stuff for the animals. Like, no matter how crazy or frustrating her life is, as long as she can just like go out and hang out with the pigs for a while and like sit in her greenhouse for 30 minutes, she's like, okay, I've been to church. I'm good, Yeah, for real. To start making everybody Samoyed sweaters, yeah. Yeah, don't worry. My kid is touching every bit of her constantly. We were gonna like have a family convo that was like, we need to make sure that we're like really, getting her used to being touched everywhere for like cleaning purposes and stuff. And it turns out little kids do that anyway. Just touch, just everywhere. This poor dog. And she just chills. She's like, I guess this is what's happening to me. Clark was just walking around holding her like a baby. Sam was like, I don't think that she likes that very much. I don't think you should be holding her like that. And she was like, oh, but I've been doing it for like 15 minutes. Sam was like, man, this dog is placid. Like, it's just like, well, we're walking around like this now, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, she's very sweet. And honestly, like really confident with the other animals. We're having to make an effort to have the interactions be more gradual, because the second she sees my mother and father-in-law have 3 dogs. One of them is extremely maternal, Mabel. So we've let her and Mabel interact because we knew that Mabel would just be like, it's a baby, which is exactly what happened. Nellie hates dogs. So Nellie came over, sniffed her once, and then was like, bye, and has not interacted with her again. Totally fine. The one that we're worried about is Annie, because Annie is a 2-year-old dog, So she's still got a lot of puppy energy. She's the more aggressive dog. And so Annie keeps barking her head off at Peach. And Peach, again, is a pretty confident dog, so she keeps trying to, like, play with them. But Annie won't just play with her. Annie wants to bark and chase her, and Peach doesn't want that. So we keep being like, okay, we need this to be a more gradual interaction with the two of them because Annie is too aggressive. Annie is so intense. But yeah, and then with the cats. She tried to play with Sherlock. And we've basically what we decided to do was have the upstairs be for the cats and the downstairs is for Peachy, right? So there's a baby gate. All of their food, water, everything is upstairs. They can still go into all of the bedrooms, live their normal life. They just can't be in the living room and the kitchen, right? Which I felt was better than being like, this is the cat room and they can only be in the cat room, you know? That was an option for us to just put a baby gate on the stairs. We already had one. So it was like, yeah. Anyways. But Sherlock is such a little demon, dude. He keeps like getting into the living room and we're like, how did you get here? How did you get here, dude? What is going on? And you know, the worst part is we don't even realize he's there until he's eating her food. He just wants her food. That's all he wants in the world is to eat dog food. It's driving me crazy. We had the door to the living room shut because I was like, I think Sherlock's like jumping over the gate or something. Watson hasn't bothered. Watson just stays upstairs. She's like, something down there smells disgusting. So I'm good. She hasn't even tried. She doesn't have any interest, right? But Sherlock wants the dog food so damn bad. So we were like, okay, we'll just shut the living room door. Tell me how he got the door open because I don't know. I have no idea. We had Peach out to do a piddle. Both of us were outside. I hear, I'm like, who the fuck? Go inside. The door's wide open. Sherlock is standing right next to her food, just eating it. I was like, this man. So, yeah. So we had planned that the dog and the cats would not even see each other for at least like 3 or 4 days. And here we are, day 1 and 2, with Sherlock frantically trying to eat dog food and so determined that they have multiple times interacted now by accident. I was trying to give you freedom, Sherlock. I didn't want to trap you in one room. And this is how you repay me. Yeah, literally. Sherlock was like, it's a risk, but it's a risk I will take. That thing wants to play with me so bad, and I'm not about it. But the food, delicious. They're not normal door handles. This is an old farmhouse. So there are these big handles with like a latch, with like a tiny latch. So there's no way to like turn it upside down and have the door still work at all. Anyways, so again, very honestly, very happy with the transition into having a dog so far. It's been really nice. I feel like the things that I was nervous about, like making sure that she felt comfy with the crate, that the, you know, making sure that the crate was like her safe zone, not having her and the cats attack each other. All of these sorts of things. It's all just gone great. So I did fuck up though. I let the chickens out because it's a beautiful day. And I was like, I have ideas for things that I want to do with the area around the coop. I have a new plan. Here's my new plan. Are you ready? I want the whole area around the chicken coop to be like wildflowers. You know, things that are totally safe for chickens. But like I want a bunch of plants around the coop. So I'm putting up a barrier basically around the entire area that I plan on growing stuff in, and I'm just gonna let the chickens destroy the grass that's there. Cause why not? And then I'll just plant new shit, right? And on the destroyed grass. It's great. It's perfect. So anyways, so I was like, okay, I need to take down what is already set up out there because it's a mess. So I'm going to just let the chickens out and take that down. What a terrible idea. In that moment, I forgot that there was a baby dog that I needed to be keeping an eye on. So the baby dog is there and Clark's out there too, but you know, Clark's a baby human. So I'm not going to just be like, she's got it. So the chickens immediately beeline in a direction they've never gone before. They're going in a totally different area of the property. I'm like, where are you going? What is happening? Complete opposite direction of where the dog is. I was like, okay. So I took down everything around the coop. I was like, Clark, watch Peach. She was like, don't worry, I got you. And I'm following the chickens. And they stop. They stop moving for a while. They're just hanging out in like one little area. I was like, okay, I'm going to go check on the dog. I go to check on the dog. Everything's fine. She's just chilling. I was like, great. I go back over to where the chickens were. They're gone. Like, no. 2 people on this property in a row. I run up to them to say, have you seen the chickens? Both of them blasting music on their AirPods. I was like, you know what? I'm so glad that that's your life right now, but I'm desperately looking for these chickens. So I had to interrupt 2 jam sessions to be like, have you seen a chicken maybe? And it turned out that they had somehow gotten behind my mother and father-in-law's house. It happened so fast. They just booked it, dude. There isn't even any grass back there. They were just behind a house where there's nothing to eat. I was like, guys. So me, silly goose, I was thinking to myself, okay, I have a food blend that I ferment a little bit to give to them in the mornings. I was like, I'm gonna get a little bit extra of that in their big like stainless steel bowl and shake it, and they'll be like, extra food? And surely they'll come out. No. Put a little extra food in there, shook it. It was like, chick, 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 come on. Come here, babies. Chick, 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 chick. They were like, there's rocks back here. Have you been back here? This shit's fire. It's like, I don't know how to get them out of there. So in the end, I had to, one at a time, start grabbing the chickens. 2 of them realized that it was a trap, that they were trapped there and slowly getting picked off one by one. And so they escaped. Where did they escape to? Inside of my in-laws' house. Have I mentioned before that my in-laws are like anxiety cleanly people? So my father-in-law was like, why is there a chicken in my living room? I was like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So I've like, 2 chickens in. I've brought them back to the coop and been like, you know what? Today's not the day. It's a beautiful day, but today's not the day to have chickens out, apparently. 2 chickens in a row, put them in the coop. I was coming back. I was like, where are they? They're not behind the house anymore. Came around the side and just saw my father-in-law like staring at 2 chickens just standing in their living room. They didn't poop. Thank God. That was the only thing that I was like, please don't poop in here. I'm going to lose my mind. Please, I'm begging you, don't poop in here. One of them, if she's on her own, she freaks out. So I grabbed the other one. I'm using their own psychology against them. I grabbed the other one and was like, all right, we're going back to the coop. And the one that was left was like, wait! And just chased me. Perfect. So that all worked out in the end, but I felt bad. It's like, guys, I'm so sorry. I was just trying to give the chickens a good time. It didn't work out. It didn't work. So. And meanwhile, Peach was just chilling underneath a chair outside. She was just hanging. She was having a nice time, so. You know, that's true. They did have a nice time. It just wasn't the time that anybody else wanted them to have. But what are you going to do? Does Peach like the chickens? Peach is overwhelmed, I think. There are so many new things, so many new smells, new people, new animals. Everything feels so exciting and new. You can just tell by watching her when she sees a new thing is like, oh my God, another new thing, you know? So there are a couple of things that she is getting more brave about interacting with, but brand new things are still like, what is that? That's how she feels about the chickens. When the chickens were walking around, she was like, do I bark? She kept like doing like a sort of a thing like, I might bark. Should I bark? No one else is barking. I don't think I should bark. Like just watching them. What are those? What are those for? You know? Are the geese behaving or still being geese? The geese, we haven't brought Peach to the like big animal field. So she hasn't seen the pigs. She hasn't seen the geese, the sheep. She hasn't interacted with any of them. She's probably seen them through the fence, but hasn't interacted with any of them yet. Yeah, I know. And that's also one of the reasons that we're like, we're going to slowly introduce Annie to the situation. Annie is the barking dog. She's the dog that she starts barking and everybody else is like, we're barking now, right? But if Annie's not there, no one's barking. No one's barking, right? So I think the best thing in the world for Peachy would be to be around dogs that are not barking at everything, right? Which, again, fortunately, Nellie and Mabel don't have the energy. They're like, we're not barking. Bark at what? You know? Have you seen this place? There's shit everywhere. What are we barking at? Annie's still young enough that everything is worth barking at, you know? So, yeah. Catching the ick after barking by yourself. Some dogs bark all alone and are really proud of themselves. And some dogs bark a couple of times and go, ooh, just me? That's embarrassing. We're talking about dogs right now. Yeah. She's got her first round of vaccines. And she's microchipped and all of that. So we just gotta book in the next round. And then I think solo barking's so cringe. Very cringe. Tortoises are good. The days have been beautiful. So they've actually been out, like walking around, having a nice time. So that's good. I've been shown a lot of tortoise content recently, which I think is funny. Like, 'tis the season, I guess. Imagine a goose being like, honk? No, just me? I wish. God. I wish that Crumble got embarrassed. But that man would never. Embarrassed about what? Protecting the family? Y'all mind if I honk real quick? Ugh. Ridiculous. By the way, once we get to fan art, it's been so long. It's been so long since I've done fan art, and there is so much to look at. There's been so much mushy art. Fire Seal has been doing a bunch of Geekenders art. Like, there's so much to look at. So that's gonna take a while. Just as a heads up for everybody, it's gonna take a while for us to look at all the good shit. I'm around geese so much. It's so funny when people don't expect them to honk. Yeah. My mother-in-law. So basically at this point, the only way to get the geese to bed is to have like a long thing in your hand to kind of gently like guide them. Like, you know those people that do like the pig shows where they're like with the pigs? It's that, but with the geese, right? My sister-in-law went out of town for like 4 days. And so my mother-in-law was the one who was putting the geese to bed and claims, no one watched this, no one saw this, claims that she was able to get the geese to bed with nothing, just by herself with nothing in her hands. And my sister-in-law's like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. You don't hit them with it. No, it's just a barrier, right? Because Crumble specifically is like, if you get near me, I will lose my mind, right? And being like now that they have their own space, being in their space is like, you come into my house where my eggs are? Are you for real? Right? The aggression is so wild. So yeah, so it's behooved everybody to interact with the geese with some kind of like we're all calm, everything's fine, but I need something to make sure you don't get anywhere near me because the geese obeying just to cause chaos. Yeah. But mother-in-law was like, oh my God, you guys, wouldn't it be so funny if you guys just went to bed? And then later I was like, yeah, Crumble just went to bed. Why do you guys make such a big deal out of it? And Crumble was like, that would be hilarious. Nobody will ever believe you. It's that. That's the energy. Yeah. Anyways, I don't dislike the geese. I wish that I knew how to interact with them in a way where I wasn't gonna get bit and slapped again. I don't ever want to do that again. I didn't like that. Yeah, I had a friend that went to some kind of performing arts school in Vermont, of course. And she said the building that she had to go to every day had geese all over the place. She was like, every day I was running for my life from geese. We had some at MIT. Every single nesting season, there were 2 nesting pair by the main entrance. It was toxic. A hostile learning environment. That's really funny. They're like, what are you going to do about it? Nothing. There's an area out here that's really good for feeding ducks. And lots of people or not lots of people, but like there are people selling duck food that you can get because, you know, they're desperately trying to get people to stop feeding the ducks just bread. So there's lots of like, feed them this, please. But it comes with the caveat of don't feed this to the geese. Don't feed this to the swans. Only the ducks. It's impossible. The second you find a duck and you're like, here you go, duck, geese appear. They're like, you got food? What is that? I would love to have some of that. You got snacks? What is that? Yeah. There was this really, honestly, like, beautiful pigeon that was also just, like, along for the ride. It was so funny. You know those people that take, like, pictures of animals and turn them into like, like, pictures of humans that look like those animals? I wish so badly I had taken a picture because it was like, here's the duck that we're trying to interact with and feed. 2 giant geese that are just like kind of playing coy, like us, we're just little guys, but we're so hungry. You know, just like really just moving in there like, hello. And then there was this beautiful pigeon that was standing directly next to one of the geese. And when food would go down, they'd just kind of like almost use the goose as cover, grab a little bit of food and then back up. I was like, what is this dynamic? Who are these boys? Like, what is this? It was very funny. I also made the mistake one time of explaining to Clark that pigeons, that like basically any pigeon can be a pet. And so now when we see really pretty pigeons, sometimes she's like, we should take that one home. I'm like, we should. We have no way to do that though. So, bye pigeon. I hope you have a great day. It's true, though. They're free pets. They're just out there, dude. We've been playing so much Animal Crossing. As a reminder, for anybody who doesn't know this, I really did not like Animal Crossing games. This is the first time I've spent a lot of time. A KK Slider song just started. What are the odds? Anyways, this is the first time that I've spent like an extended period of time playing an Animal Crossing game because I typically get really bored of them. But my kid's really into it. And so we started playing together and that's been a whole different dynamic and it's been very fun. I said to my kid, because I was walking around outside and I saw a bug and I started laughing and she was like, what are you laughing about? And I was like, I just saw a bug. And my first thought was, I've never gotten that bug before. I should bring that to the museum. And she was like, Mommy, we don't have a museum for real to bring bugs to. I was like, I know. And now she keeps bringing it up and being like, Mommy, you remember when you thought that real life was Animal Crossing and you saw a bug? And I'm like, yeah, I do remember that. And then I showed her a video that I watched a few days ago of somebody who's an entomologist with like a giant bug net, just like walking through and just swishing a bug net a shit ton. and winding up with like 1,000 bugs in the net. I was like, this is how we're supposed to use the net, dude. At least she isn't asking to make a real bug museum. It's weird. We basically have one. More lore of my house that some of you might not have is that my kids started a bug cemetery in our house, and anytime she saw a dead bug, she got so upset about it that she had like a tiny little wooden house in her bedroom, and she started just putting the dead bug bodies in there. And I was like, I mean, at least they're just bugs. I don't really care about that too much. We transitioned that into, and this might seem a little creepy, but it was already creepy. So who cares, right? We transitioned that into when we see a dead bug now, we go, oh, that's so sad that it's dead, but should we look at it under a microscope? And that's been very fun. So we've looked at lots of different types of wings and legs and all sorts of bug body parts. And that's pretty fun. That's been a pretty fun heel turn away from we should keep every dead bug we find. It became a situation that we couldn't keep up with because our house at a certain time of year gets inundated with, I don't know, maybe 1 million ladybirds. So that means there's also a certain point in time where there's just dead ladybugs all over the place. We just couldn't keep them all, but we can look at them under a microscope. Mm-hmm. Yes, we can. We can do that. Someday she'll raise those bugs. One day. One day her necromancy skills will be at their peak. I watched Dune for the first time last night. I went into Dune basically blind. I knew there was sand and I knew there were worms. Sam really wanted to watch the second Dune movie, and I was like, but I've never seen the first Dune movie. Of the new ones. I've also never seen the old ones or read the books. Okay, again, there's sand. I know that. And so Sam was like, why don't we try and double feature it? Keep in mind, these movies are so fucking long. He was like, why don't we try to double feature it? And we'll watch the first one and then see how we feel and like what time it is, right? I was like, okay, sure. So we watched the first one. It is different than I expected it to be. And I don't entirely know where it goes, if that makes sense. Sam did the double feature. We started the second movie. It got about half an hour in, and I was like, I need you to know I'm falling asleep. I'm going to bed right here on the couch. Feel free to keep watching. I'm out, dude. I'm falling asleep. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think of how to put this. There's some stuff in it that feels really unique. And then I think it's been around and been like such a touchstone for so many people that it might be one of those situations where like things in Dune have shown up in a lot of stuff since Dune. Does that make sense? It's hard for me to tell because it's old, because Dune as a property is pretty old. It's hard for me to tell if it established any of the tropes that I'm seeing in it, or if it's, you know, just one of the things that like really bolstered certain tropes that show up in a lot of sci-fi now. So it was interesting. It was very interesting to watch. I do want to watch the second one beyond just the first 30 minutes. A lot of things copied Dune. Okay. Yeah. Dune was sold to me as a teenager as to sci-fi what Lord of the Rings is to fantasy. Interesting. Yeah, I had, I had some opinions while I was watching it. But it is one of those things where I didn't want to jump to conclusions about where it was going. And again, so we were watching the first one, right? And it was coming to an end. And Sam was like, can you imagine? That's the end of this movie. Can you imagine being in the theaters? Like how unsatisfying that would be? Having it end right here. And I was like, I went to the cinema when Fellowship of the Ring came out. Yeah. Yeah. I can't imagine this. Yeah. Having there be a certain point in the story where it's like, and now the story is pointing in a new direction. Now a big shift has happened, and that's what we're looking towards the next movie with. Yes, I have lived that experience before. I love Fellowship of the Ring. I was pissed. I was pissed because I wanted more. It's a great movie. I don't think the end's bad, which was exactly what I was saying to Sam is I don't think there's anything wrong with this ending for Dune 1, right? Because it's really obvious what direction we're pointing in for Dune 2. And he was like, yeah, but like we get to watch Dune 2 right away. I was like, yeah. I didn't get to watch the second Lord of the Rings movie right away. I'm saying I've been there, right? Like as someone who'd never read Dune, I was pissed by the ending of 1 because it felt like the story was just picking up. Again, I also went into Dune 1 blind. I didn't know anything about what Dune was about or any of that. I was fine with it because I had zero expectations for what the story was going to be or where it was going. And I guess I also knew that it wasn't the last movie. So I wasn't super surprised by the cliffhanger. A recent movie where I was shocked that there was a cliffhanger and that another movie was happening is the most recent Spider-Verse stuff. The way that movie ended, I was like, wait a second, are they making another one? And Sam was like, yeah. And I was so angry. I was so upset because I didn't know that there was going to be a pause. I was like, wait. So yeah, I think, I guess it just depends on the information you have going in. It's also the only spot where the ending could work because you've completed the world building. The story starts accelerating from there. Yeah. A lot of... I'm trying to double check that we're not getting into like spoilery stuff now. All I'll say is I spent a lot of the first Dune movie looking at Sam and being like, wait, so this is what's going on with this? Wait, so this is who these people are, like, in the grand scheme of things? That sort of a thing. It was a lot of that. It was a lot of, wait, okay, so this guy is this, right? Okay, so they said this, or Or the other guy said this originally, right? It was a lot of that. So yeah. I also can't call that dude anything but Timmy. Sorry. Sorry, bro. You're Timmy for me forever. I don't know how to fix it. Sandy Timmy. Sandy Timmy, little known brother to Oily Timmy. Wait. Sorry, I'm just double checking some. So we watch everything with subtitles. Were there not subtitles when you saw the movie in cinema for the stuff that was like not in English if you're an English speaker or whatever? They were delayed? What? Wait, so you just had no fucking idea what was going on when people were talking to each other? Oh, delayed like... Oh, I see. I thought you meant like they didn't have subtitles edited onto the movie ahead of time. I can't imagine. I can't imagine that so much of both movies is like sidebars in other languages. There's a bunch of sign language. There's a bunch of sign language in the movie. Like, I can't imagine. What do you mean? They speak Mandarin at one point. What are you talking about? There's no subtitles? I can't imagine. Hand signals had subs. Freeman's speech didn't in the first one. That's fascinating. That's really interesting. It's like when movies have speaks French as the subtitle instead of interpreting. Yeah, I guess that's why I'm kind of surprised. Like, why would they bother translating it for closed captioning and for subtitles if the intended quote unquote way to watch the movie was to not know what's being said? Probably to mirror what Paul can understand. But Paul, again, never mind. Never mind. That doesn't make sense to me, though, what you just said. That's what I was going to say, Azrarn, but it felt like a spoiler. Anyways, we can move on. I had an interesting time watching it, having zero context for what Dune is. I knew there was sand and worms, and I got both. And you know what? I got both. So, but it was a very different story than I was expecting it to be. So I'm kind of glad that I went in blind. It's a fascinating universe, but the later books get really weird. Good. They're not kidding, like really weird. So weird. Oh my, man, everybody's jumping in to be like, yes. Weird. Very weird. Whatever I'm imagining, it's weirder than that. Okay. I only acknowledge book 1 through 4, so too weird is what you're saying. So weird that it doesn't exist, actually. Chilluminati weird is how my friend explained it. I don't think they'll adapt all the books because it gets so weird. Interesting. Frank's son wrote them. Technically, they aren't even canon. Oh, interesting. Four closes off the primary story arc. Oh my god. Blech. Illuminati weird. I'm back on board. And I'm back. When I lived in Korea for a year, I'll never forget going to the movies, watching an American movie with Korean subtitles. I was like, ooh, that's how that feels. Morning, how are you? My friend said it's like a Davis 3-parter type of weird. Chilluminati weird implies good quality weird, and I'd not say so. Damn. Man. Anywho. I feel like it's not quite like when I watched Friends finally as an adult and was like, oh my god, that's what all these references were. It was all Friends. It was Friends all along, Friends all the way down. But I do feel like I have a better understanding of just what it is, you know, what Dune is. So thanks for the Chilluminati Doggo episode. I enjoyed it. Of course. I had fun doing it. Oh, well, I hope you enjoy it, Gynax. Yeah, I did a Chilluminati episode recently about hellhounds and sort of exploring all of the different cultures that associate dogs with death and kind of speculating on why that might be. It was fun. I think it was a fun episode. Thanks. Yeah, watching Friends as a like mid-20s whatever when so Friends was coming out when I was a kid. It had its final episode when I was in high school, and had ran for so long that it ran through like, you know, my entire teen years and beyond that, I think. So yeah, but I had never watched it. Literally had never watched it. Didn't know anything about it. The only reason I knew that it was ending was because I have a vivid memory of in my anatomy and physiology class, we were cutting open part of the cat. I'm so sorry. We did cat dissections. We were cutting open part of the cat, and the guy that I was working with looked up suddenly and was like, I just realized tonight is the last episode of Friends ever. And I was like, cool. But it like stuck in my brain because he was so aghast that I had never watched it before. Anyways, I don't know why he suddenly thought of it while we were working on the cat, but it's fine. So this is how I know now in my brain, like, well, when I was a junior in high school, that show was ending. So it came onto Netflix at a certain point, and I watched it for the first time ever. And it was very alarming how many goofs were Friends goofs. How many things had just become like a culturally known joke thing to say that was originally a Friends something, something, something. They're not all sex jokes, no. Pivot! That's a whole thing. You could say how you doing is a sex thing. There's so many. We were on a break. I knew somebody was gonna say we were on a break is a whole thing. You're closer to my age than I thought. I turned 37 in August. Smelly cat, smelly cat. I'm trying to remember the rest of it. What are they feeding you? Oh, it was dog food all along. Looks at Sherlock. Could you be more obvious? Yeah, that sort of stuff. Yep. Yeah. Miss Chenandler Bong. I don't want to start a chat fight, but who's your favorite friend? I watched a video that was about the Joey effect, and it was specifically about long-running sitcoms and how a character it like will go in reverse, where you would think that the longer a show goes, the more nuanced the characters become. And it was talking about the character that winds up being the dumb one, quote unquote, will do the opposite. They'll try to start them off as just like a normal kind of dense character, but they'll play for laughs how stupid they are for so long that they become a one-dimensional like dumb character, and that's all that they are. which is really interesting. They gave a bunch of examples of that happening in sitcoms. Flanderization, yes. Yes. It's called the Flanderization effect, yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, I've talked about how I think one of the reasons that I don't enjoy JRPGs anymore, it doesn't have anything to do with the gameplay or the characters or, any of that. It has to do with the fact that they're so long. They're almost always so unbelievably long that I lose interest in them before I can finish them, right? And I think that can absolutely happen with a show, yeah. For sure. A show can go on for way too long. I know about like some of the final scenes in Supernatural because they got memed so hard, but I haven't seen the last few seasons of Supernatural. I fell off of that show deeply, truly, madly. You know what sucks about Supernatural? Aside from Super Hell, you know what sucks about Supernatural is there's a point that is obviously the end point. I hate this with shows so much. When you're watching a show and the writers have obviously written like, and this is the end. We did it. That's it. And it's the end right here. Right here is the end now. And some chuckle fuck in the background was like, we should keep making these though. And then they have to contrive a reason for everything to boot back up again and continue. And when you're watching it, you're like, oh no. Oh no, this felt like a really natural ending. This was a really nice ending for everybody. This really wrapped up a lot of stuff. But I can tell that it doesn't stop here. It obviously doesn't stop here. It obviously keeps going. I wonder why that is. Yeah. Supernatural was meant to be 5 seasons, and it just kept going. And it just kept going. So... End the shows. End them. Supernatural had 10 bonus seasons. I like the term bonus. 10 bonus seasons. 10 fanfiction seasons. Yep. 5 seasons that were real canonical seasons and 10 fanfic seasons. That's another, there's another, hold on. Let me see if I can find this video. There's another, somebody mentioned The Walking Dead. There's a video that's about all of the Walking Dead spinoffs. Incredible. Let's find it. I watched it too long ago to go into my history. That's not happening. It's a friendly space ninja video. It's called The Historic Downfall of the Walking Dead. I'm pretty sure that's it. And I think it goes into all of the spin-offs. Oh God, they're making a Daryl show. Of course they are. You gotta start wondering, where are the dead even walking to? Where are the dead going? If only someone would ask them. I am looking forward to Dawn Trail, yeah. I love videos like that. Videos that are like, here's a thing that was really culturally important to, you know, certain people. What happened with that? I love that shit. Because when Walking Dead was coming out, a lot of that video, I think, talks about, please arrest me. My typo was workplace harassment. Oh no, Amari. When Walking Dead was first coming out, it was like so many people were getting together, watching it, you know, having watch parties and stuff. I don't think I've been to a show watch party since The Walking Dead. It was like a big thing. And now look at it. I understand the interest in making a video like that. Aside from, I've already watched it now. But like, I understand the interest in being like, what? How did we go from, holy shit, this show's amazing, to nobody even knows that there's like 18 spin-off shows, you know? I still vastly prefer shows to movies. I don't do well with movies. I don't know why. But I love having a show on. They adapted the whole comic, but by the end, no one really cared. That sucks. Yeah, I watched the Dungeons and Dragons movie a couple of times now. I originally watched it on the plane. It was fun. No, I think part of it is that I have repeat comfort shows. I have things that I'll just put on that I know I don't have to pay attention to, but I still enjoy watching, you know. I'm so mentally wiped by nighttime most of the time that I don't necessarily want something on that I need to like pay a lot of attention to. And it's really easy, especially with a show that you've seen a few times. It's really easy to just kind of tune in for a second and be like, oh, that's what we're doing. And and then not pay attention anymore, you know? Letterkenny. I haven't watched Letterkenny in forever. Since we left America, I think. I haven't really known where to watch Letterkenny out here. Bob's Burgers has been my just put it on and barely pay attention show lately. And it used to be a long time ago as well. I got convinced, partly by chat, to come back to it. So that's been nice. I enjoy Bob's Burgers a lot. Letterkenny's on ITVX. Fantastic. Brooklyn Nine-Nine is another one. I've watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine so many times. That is like a fantastic background show for me. Yeah. I didn't finish Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think the ending of Brooklyn Nine-Nine is so great. I really loved it. I thought they did a really good job with that show. Star Trek original series was one of them for me when I was in college. The original series is actually so short. Like it doesn't take that much time to get through the original series. It's also garbo. It's like, like I love it, but I would not recommend the original series to anyone. I would not tell anyone to watch the Star Trek original series. STO is the best. How dare you? Look, it's fun. It's fun. It's a fun, goofy time. All right, let's see. Let's see. We've got... It's so funny because in a lot of these I can't tell who the guest is. We've got some Fire Seal Geekenders fan art that I'm snagging. I'm gonna try to organize them. I'm gonna try to put all of the Geekenders fan art together. Oh no, I can't tell what this says. It's me and Jesse though, so I'm gonna assume. I'm gonna assume this is Geekenders stuff. Fantastic. Fantastic. I'll just open everything, it's fine. And then sort it after. Okay, back in. We're back in. We're back in. Ah, no! I have so many browsers open by accidente. I'm so sorry. Hold on. Okay, this is all, that's all Geekenders. I think this is Geekenders. That's Jesus Lamb. I'm gonna put Jesus Lamb over here. Geekenders. I can't tell. Fire Seal, I don't know if you're here, but you have done so much art. It's so awesome. These. And then we got the mushy. So much mushy art. The Jesus Lamb, yeah. Sorry. I swear I'll talk in a minute here. There's so much to go through, which is amazing. So because of streamer mode, a lot of these I don't have context for who. I can't see your username. So we're gonna go through these, and if you want to see them, see who made them, all of that. The channel's called DOOGER Fanart in our Discord, and you can go find them. I think we're almost there. I think we've almost done it. Yes, I love these. I love these. Sorry. Chat can shout out the artist. They love to help. So true. So true. Chat, if you could help me out with that, that would be great. Oh my God. Guys, there's so much. Cute. Cute. We've almost made it. We've almost done it. Okay. We did it. But first, I have a message from my husband. One sec. Okay. We're gonna do the Geekender stuff first, I think. Let me get it set up. Okey doke. Ready? All right, I'm gonna be trying to remember who the guests are in all these pictures. These are this is all Geekender's fan art. I think pretty much all of it, maybe actually all of it, is Fire Seal. I think this was Brett. I think this was dubbed as a judgmental mom face from me. I think that was Brett. I'm pretty sure. I have no idea what's going on here. Batman? Phony? Epiphany? That was pre-show. Oh my God. Epiphany? Poofany. There was Batman talk and Poofany talk. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad you're here, Fire Seal, to help me. I don't hate Clark. I'm pretty sure this was when we had Jules on and both of us were ripping into Jesse. This is a two-parter. What do you mean? And then this? What does this say, Fire Seal? I brought the something. It looks like I dug him a hole. I brought the New Yorkers. Shrugging. It's the family business with my baby. With my baby child. I can't remember either, Dodger. That's okay. It's cute no matter what. We don't need to know what the context was. It's all cute. It's all adorable. We got Jessup doing a little lounge. Talking about Dunkin' Donuts, if I was gonna guess. No idea what this is. No idea what we were doing here. A Jessie mech. I think I'm knitting a scarf. I'm knitting a scarf for Jessie. Were we doing a goof? Were we trying to make it look like our screens were connected? Dodger was making a scarf. You were disconnecting or distorted. Okay. All right. This looks like, yeah, It looks like I'm falling apart. Jesse with a child? My child? Doing art of some kind? Fuck the world. This is when I was talking about how my child can read now and I shouldn't wear this sweatshirt anymore. This is Nick, I'm pretty sure. With the cute arm tattoos and shit. Love them. This is when I first started using the tuber and Jesse was like, what the fuck is this? Points? Question mark. And a moving one. Which I love. Not the same room. We're not in the same room. Which guest was this? I don't remember who you were. I think they're all Jesse. Jesse with long, beautiful, flowing hair. Me with a beard. Very good, very good. Dodger. Mountain Dew. Mountain Dew, I got that one. Dodger something, Dodger gases. I love this face. Dodger glasses. Oh, was this when I was talking about being a glass goblin? Maybe. Hoarding glasses. Is this me as a weird glass dragon? This is a good series of ones. Chat getting horny bonked. These were good. She's come so far from being a mug goblin. Yeah, thank you. I have, haven't I? Yeah, I know. You can tell immediately that it's Josh, right? All right. They're good. It's so fun. I love seeing the little doodles after the show. Yeah, they're great. Thank you, Fire Seal. Those are all the Geek Enders ones, I believe. I think the rest of what we're about to look at are not Geek Enders specific. For example, hold on, let me make sure that it's grabbing the right window. Not that. Yeah, there we go. So this is more Fire Seal, but this is when I was talking about how I'll be just minding my own business and my kid will be like, the fairies didn't like that. Like, what do you mean? What does that mean? Don't tell me that. So there's that. I think one of my mods made this when we were talking about like old YouTube thumbnails. This is very good. This is literally what they look like though. This is what YouTube thumbnails look like though. PZN did that? Oh, sorry. Why are they all sad? I don't know. I was posing for them. We've got a Gabio. If chat could double check who did the Gabio, I love it so much. Taldran, thank you so much for the Gabio. I love him. He's beautiful. He lives on in our hearts forever. Fire Seal doing the baby Jesus lamb. We had an Immaculate Conception lamb Not really, but one of the sheep that we bought came to us pregnant and we didn't realize until the baby happened. So now we've got a little boy lamb named Lucky. I don't know what I was doing here. I'm not sure what this is. I think it's a slinky. So there's that. This is art that Lamia did of the mushy. Loved that. More mushy art from Fire Seal. Thank you. And the eyeballs. I love this picture so much. This is my current stream profile picture, but I've been told it's a terrible picture for that. So I'll be changing it, but I love it so much. The squat, the Doog squat, but with the mush cat. I love it. The cap smiling.
Who, me? I'm just a little guy.
Very cute. Who did this one? Chat, if you could double check for me.
It's the mush cat with my real cats.
Val, thank you so much. It's so cute. This is a Yoshi one, I think. Yeah, this is definitely Yoshi's art. This is when we played Oh Dear with Summer, Brie Bun, and Manda, and then me wearing my cursed deer shirt. I love that picture very much. More Fire Seal art. This is me playing the crab game, another Crab's Treasure. Or no. Yes? No, it's not. Wait, what is this? This isn't another Crab's Treasure. What is this? Rotwood. Rotwood. Thank you. I was like, wait a minute. No, it's not. We never used the gun in that game. Let them in. So sad. Oop. Too big. Here we go. This is the one I was thinking of. This is another Crab's Treasure. Very good. More another Crab's Treasure. I don't know why I'm wearing a fuck shirt. But it's funny. Just having a good time with monsters everywhere, you know? I love this. It's so good. There's another one. This one. Me and Kiddo and Sam. Yeah, these are Mr. No. Did these ones. I love that Clarky's has like antenna. Because she's a little bug child. My magical girl transformation into the mushroom. Hold on. Oh! We accidentally skipped this. This is Arnar. Arnar does these little animated GIFs. So it's me transforming into Mushcat. I love that. And then transforming into Mushcat. They're so cute. Summer and I playing games. Cute with my giant gamer fists. I love this art style so much. If you could double check who did this one. Tira, thank you so much. I want a table that's this. It would be so weird and I could never put anything on it, but it would look amazing. Dabbing Mushcat. Eating Mushcat. These ones are so cool. The art is so reminiscent of something, and I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it's such a cool style. CD Barnsey, thank you for these. They're very good. I like the like cockeyed eyes. don't know why I love it. This is the one that was making me laugh when I was opening everything up because it just says "Let me die" in the corner, and I don't remember. I don't know what the context was for that. Me bald. Me bald. Mush cap off. Summer and I, being our little characters for Date with Death, I believe.
Cute.
I think Amarian did this.
It's me and Summer.
Yeah, it's very cute. I love this. I look at this picture all the time. I don't know why. The character's eyes, like, not looking in the same direction is always funny. It's always funny to me because, okay, so part of the feedback that I've gotten is that these are, like, not hardcore trypophobia bait, but, like, a little bit. And that I probably shouldn't use anything that has a bunch of the eyeballs as, like, a profile picture. So, yeah, but I do, I do love it. They're eating. They did it. They're eating now. Me and Jessup playing Paladins. Very cute. We had a lot of fun with that game. I would love to play more of that game. I'm a sucker for a time loop. Me just chilling. Me just chilling in my giant chair. Dodger eats. Hello, it's me, Dodger. Who did this? One of my mods did this, right? Dojums, of course. Beautiful. I love it. I love this as well. I think this is Adrolian. You gotta feed him. You gotta feed him. It's so cute. I love it. This one caused such a stir in the Fanart channel. Not this one. I'm so sorry. No, it was fine. It was totally fine. Because Fire Seal, nobody... So originally this, just for context, guys, this needed like a bit more detail in it because there was a part of this that we couldn't quite tell what it was. And... Fire Seal, if you were anyone else, maybe we would have been like, that's a bit of a sussy picture. But I think every single person was like, okay, there's detail missing. There's something missing here that will clarify what this picture is. Yeah. But anyway, that's all of the drawn art. I totally forgot that we have a couple of things that like Olivier made. Yeah, I'm getting to it, Dojums. We have a couple of things that like Olivier made that got like there are like 3 versions of it, and I forgot to ahead of time. Feel free to skip them. I'll die of cringe. Is there... I have to show one. I have to show one at least. What would you like? Which one would make you die the least? Hold on. I also need to put these on so that I can hear it properly. Yeah, the final one, right? Hold on, I'll open. I can have various. Which of you made the bucket video? Be cringe, be free. Okay, bucket video is Timbre. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I have to download them. Mod memes incoming for real. Yeah, hold on. Let me. Just kidding. Okay, let's see if this works. Ready? I hope it's not too loud. Why won't it play? Why won't it play? Hold on. What's going on here? If I reopen it. There we go. It's so cute! I haven't heard this song in forever either until this video came out. It's very long. I was trying to remember if anything changes in it. It's the whole song, nothing changes. It's so good. I love it so much. What a damn throwback. Yes. I love it. I was trying to figure out if I could use it for something. Obviously, I would talk with you about it, but I could use it for something because it's so cute. Oh, it popped up. Great. These effects, like prolonging the time before the mop gets dirty. Okay. Honestly, I'm fine right now. I don't mind. This video is so good. It's kind of satisfying, to be honest. I say this now. There's going to be a jump cut to later to me being like, God, how often do I have to change this fucking bucket? No! Oh my goodness. How embarrassing.
12 seconds later.
Oh my God. The basket is so funny. Oh my God. At least it's like kind of a painless process. It's so good. I love it so much. Wait, where's the Badger video? Where's the Badger video? Why didn't I have that one? This is... Yeah. That's Meow Meow. Okay, so the last one. The last one is where I sing it. Okay. This is for any of you who remember Badger, Badger, Mushroom, Mushroom. This is a reference to that. Okay, ready? Here we go. I'm gonna go hide now. Olivier, no! True ancient memes.
Dodger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, dodger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, dodger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, dodger, 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 dodger,
It's art. It's so good.
snake, a snake, oh, it's a snake. Oh wait, no, that's just Jesse. Dodger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, dodger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, dodger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, dodger, 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 mushroom, mushroom, dodger, 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 snake, a snake, oh, it's a snake. Oh, still just Jesse. Dodger, 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 mushroom, mushroom.
I hope you didn't go anywhere, Olivier, because it's art. It's so good. Oh, thank you so much. I, as always, feel very blessed to have a bunch of meme lords as mods, and also just, you know, lovely, talented artists that ever feel inspired to draw anything associated with me whatsoever. Thank you very much. I'm glad that we could finally go through all of those. I knew that there was so much of a backlog. I was like, I have to show the fan art because it's so good. Jesse must be told that he's a snake. I'll take a screen cap for him. You have to meme or we'll boot you as a mod. It's not true. It's not true, guys. Okay, I have to take off. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching and hanging out with me. I'll be back tomorrow for our normal stream. My kiddo's back to school. I'll have the puppy in here. It'll be a nightmare. I'm very excited. Do we have Raid Leader open? No, I will unpause it. There you go. And in the meantime, let me read the activity feed. Here we go. Erwinga, thank you for the 43. Khazardoon for the 113. Fedori for the 53. Steinke for the 76. Rosa for the 94. Amarian for the 87, All Perspicacity for the 55, Pets Play for the 75, Total Stuffies for the 4, Ben Jack for the 38, Fatal for All for the 99, almost 100, Undread Lord for the 17, Dr. Jazzfist for the 80, Wine Crimes for the 10, Demon Lemming for the 118, Zingatorix for the 121, Crumbling Biscuit for the 81, Jodalern for the 113, Endeavor for the 85, and Joseph for the 91. Amazing. Sam has done puppy cam on his stream since we got her. I don't plan to. I never planned to do puppy cam, but it'll be very obvious she's here with me. So I would say go watch Sam if you want puppy cam, because he's already got it set up for that. Anywho, I'm gonna get going. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. Give the puppy a microphone. Let the puppy speak.
Let me pick who we're gonna go watch.